Hi, this is a quick video just to give you an update on the power supply. You may remember from the first video I just put a temporary power supply in. It was just an old one I had lying about. In the end, I'm going to stick with it for now because, to be quite frank, I don't have the money at the moment for another power supply. What I didn't like about this one particularly, other than the fact that it's cheap, though to be honest I have had cheap power supplies perform okay, was the fact that it was noisy. Not a big fan of 80mm fans in that regard, but you know, you can get 80mm fans that are quiet. And what I found amongst my box of old parts was an old Powerman power supply. It was a nice, good quality power supply, very heavy. As you picked it up, you feel the weight of it, and often you can tell a quality power supply by the weight. But only 150 watts, so no good for our purposes, and also with it being old, it didn't have the 4-pin motherboard connector, etc, etc. Whereas this does have all the connectors that we need. We've got the 4-pin motherboard connector on there. It's only a 20-pin main motherboard connector, but that's fine. It still it still works without any hassle. In fact, what I'm doing with this is I'm using a 20 to 24-pin adapter because the case is too big for this. Really, it's not a very long cable, so I've been using a 20 to 24-pin adapter anyway. So that's not an issue. But where was I with it? Yes, that was it. So I had found this Powerman power supply, and it was very, very quiet. So I thought, well, I'll take the fan out of the Powerman power supply and put it in here. And to my surprise, I discovered that the fan was actually a Yate Loon 80mm fan. That's absolutely fantastic because they're a good quality fan, very, very quiet. So I've now put that in here, and we've solved the noise problem. This is now a quiet power supply. I think I'm going to have a go at painting it because well, silver is pretty boring, isn't it? And we're trying to avoid silver in this particular build. So what I might do is I might just paint it up black. I'm still not entirely sure what the colour scheme of the computer is going to be, but black power supply is pretty good anyway, I think, and it'll look a lot better. And also, one of the things I really like about this, and I'm going to utilise, is this connector. You don't see many of these days. I think they were there for compatibility with AT boards, but I'm not too sure. Whatever, it's a redundant connector on a modern computer. But what I do like about it is we've got 3 earth wires on there. We've got a 5-volt wire and 2 3.3 volt wires. Now that got me thinking, is I want to run my fans through a terminal block on 5 volts. If I do, let's use this connector to do that. We'll chop the connector off, but we'll use this group of wires. Then we're not going to have to, use one of the Molex connectors or one of the Molex leads. So, and then I had an even better idea was, if I'm going to be running the LEDs on a separate power as well, using a separate lead, why not use the 3.3 volt supply, and then we don't have to worry about resistors in the fans, because I think that 3.3 volts will be fine for LEDs. I think we can probably run it at that without burning them out. So I thought, well, that'll make the whole job easier. So actually, this has turned out to be probably a pretty good power supply for my project in the end. If it doesn't work, hey, it's an experiment. That's what this project is all about, trying things out, see if it works. So, and also, while I'm on the subject of fans, I tried the red LED and blue fan idea. Well, what I actually did was I just kind of shone a red LED behind the blue fan, and well, it didn't work. A red LED in a blue fan looks like a red LED in a blue fan. So anyway, thanks very much for watching the video. More updates to come soon.